So first order of business, this happened the other day. So we have a customer slash fan. Give us your name,
Brian
backstory.
Watson, Griffin, Georgia.
Sorry, I interrupted. I jumped in. Let's do it again.
Okay.
All right, name.
Brian Watson, Griffin, Georgia.
And how long have you been using N-Ext Products?
This is my second year.
What do you, testimonial, thoughts, concerns, hopes, dreams, aspirations, all that in between stuff?
Yeah, with me being a newbie, so far this stuff, Brad's been great helping me out. So far the stuff that I'm putting down is making the lawns in my neighborhood look great.
There you go. And he also won the Yeti from GIE.
I did. I won the Yeti, got it wet a few times, so it's been good stuff there. So
it's at least keeping 1 or 2 cans of soda cold. Right?
Negative.
Negative?
Negative on the 1 or 2 cans of soda. All adult libations.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. It's
Absolutely.
nice meeting you, and
Absolutely.
keep on keeping on. Any other 2 cents you want to throw in there for everybody?
Looking forward to the Carbon-X coming out and getting that down on the ground, round 1. And I'm here picking up a few things today, gonna throw it out.
There are so many people chopping at the bit for Carbon-X. It's insane. So you're on the Facebook group, right?
Yes.
The Lawn Care Nut Facebook group?
Absolutely, I'm on all of them.
I mean, it seems like every day there's at least 2 or 3 posts, I think, for that stuff.
Yep, I came by to get some Air 8 and some Humic 12, throwing that down round 1. So.
Kicking off the season right.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
not a problem. That's a whole lot of fun, interacting with our customers, especially those that watch the videos. That's just really awesome. So second order of business for today, it's time to put down another application of Humic. So for the basic DIY homeowner, if you're getting the BioStim pack, which includes the Humic 12, right out of the box, 3 ounces per 1,000 once a month. That's what our recommendation is, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I've got 6,500 square feet roughly, so 3 and it's about 19.5 ounces, so we'll just round it up to 20 and call it good for the whole yard. Again, Humic is one of those ones you can't really over apply, so let's paint the yard black. The third order of business for today, I'm gonna put down my Pre-emergent. This is what everybody's buzzing about right now. It's getting to that time of the year and everyone is watching soil temps like a hawk. I know I have been, and things are starting to heat up. Today, for example, we're at a high of 78, I think, for the day, and it's just gonna be like that for the rest of the week. I hear there's another cold snap coming. If it's anything like last year, it's exactly what's gonna happen. Things are gonna heat up, things are gonna start to germinate, then we have a cold snap come through, frost will kill off everything, and then spring will finally come. That seems to be the cycle. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump on it and get it down because my soil temps in my area are averaging around 55, 56, I believe. I'll have to check the Greencast tool to really make sure of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get an early jump on it and get it put down. So according to Greencast, this time last year, the average soil temperature was 50 degrees with a 5-year average of 44.2 and 43.5. So let's see what it's gonna be, or let's see what it was on the 15th of last year. So it's saying that it was at 58 degrees, 45 and 45. So I'm probably a little bit early with my application, but we'll just see how this pans out. So just to recap, here's my program. Here's what I've been using. For my pre-emergent, it's been Dimension, 2EW, and dithiopyr is the active ingredient. For my post-emergent that I've been spiking in with it to take care of the salad bar that I got going on out there, I've been using Speed Zone, which has a good combination of cofrinchazone, 2,4-D, Mecocrop P, and dicamba. I'm sure I butchered that, but hopefully you get what I'm talking about. And I've been putting in a marking dye, Turf Mark Blue, that's only used to keep track of where I'm spraying. That's all that's used for. All right, now before I start mixing everything up, I want to talk about the subject of this video, how to properly use pre-emergent and post-emergent herbicides. The first thing you got to do when you're mixing up your herbicides is with your backpack sprayer or your hand can, whatever you're going to be using, fill it halfway up with water. In this case, it's a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. I filled it up with 2 gallons of water. I'll add in my herbicides, put in 2 more gallons of water, agitate it all up, I'm mixed up and ready to go. The next and probably most important thing that you gotta know is how much you need to be putting in your tank. You have to read and understand the labels of the herbicides that you're using, because the label literally is the law. What it says, you have to follow, or you are literally breaking the law. Lots of time, money, research, and energy, all that good stuff has gone into the development of these products. So what it says on the label, the rates that they put on there, those are the ones you have to go by. If you go any more than that, you're going off label and you're breaking the law. I don't want you to have the mentality that more is better. If they're suggesting an ounce, I'm gonna put in 2 ounces and really kill the crap out of the weeds. Don't do that. If they say an ounce per 1,000 square feet, that's what you have to stick with. So for example, Dimension 2EW, it says on the label to do 0.73 ounces per 1,000 square feet, no more than that per application. And for the calendar year, it says to put no more than a total of 2.2 ounces per 1,000 square feet. For my post-emergent, the speed zone, what it says on there is to do about 2 to 6 week intervals. And as far as how much I can use, what it says on the label is to do no more than 2 broadcast apps per calendar year per treatment area. Now the math breakdown for me goes like this. For my 4-gallon backpack sprayer, I can treat 4,000 square feet. So for my pre-emergent, the Dimension, I'm gonna put in 2.8 ounces. And for my post-emergent, the speed zone, I'm gonna put in 6 ounces. So I've got 2.8 ounces of pre-emergent, 6 ounces of post-emergent. I'm gonna mix all that up in 4 gallons of water, and that's gonna carry me for 4,000 square feet. Oh, and for the marking dye, it's just, that's simple. That's just an ounce per 1,000. So let's get to it. And lastly, don't forget to wear your PPE, long sleeves, long pants, protect yourself. Let's do this. Done. There is our spring pre and post emergent app. I don't know if this was too early or not. Time will tell, but it seems like things are just starting to heat up. That cold blast, it might come through, but I don't know if it's going to last long enough to really make an effect on this, but time will tell. Another safety tip for you: if you're going to be doing any kind of yard work at all, wear your wife's sunglasses. Another bit of advice when it comes to spraying herbicides: don't do it when it's really windy outside. You don't want that drifting over into areas that you just didn't desire or didn't want to treat. So if it's really windy, don't spray. So we'll see what kind of effect this has on the salad bar I have going here in my Bermuda and fescue in the back. We'll see. but I want to touch on something else that's very important for all of you to keep in mind. Now, real quick, shameless plug, go to Lawncology.com and sign up to read the articles there. It's free, doesn't cost anything. You just have to plug in your email and create a password, and there are just tons of articles written by the man himself, John Perry. Now, one of those articles that I want to talk about is called Beware of Overcare, and I don't want to ruin the surprise. Go to Lawncology.com, look that one up and read it. It's really good. In that article, John talks about this whole mentality of more is better. So like I had said earlier in the video, if an herbicide says 1 ounce, I'm gonna go 2 ounces, really kill the crap out of the weed. That's the wrong kind of thinking to have. When you do things like that, it could have the opposite effect. The weed could build up a resistance to that herbicide and it renders it ineffective. Furthermore, that kind of thinking, this whole more is better, let me throw all kinds of herbicides and pesticides and fungicides out into the yard and hit it hard with some nitrogen to really create some growth, that can break the natural cycle of things. So instead, let's change our mode of thinking and look at fertility closely. Let's simplify our programs, let's adopt this mode of thinking of less is more, and let's really focus on the fertility of the soil. That's why I put down the humic at the beginning of this video, because this yard has never had anything like that. So at least once a month, I'm gonna be putting that down in this turf to really get the soil activated and moving and heading in the direction it needs to be. Now, what I typically do with my program in my yard is I put down half the pre-emergent that I did today. And the reason for that is I put down a half app, I go rent an aerator, I aerate the yard, thus breaking that application and that barrier that I put in the yard, and put down another half app of my pre and post emergent. And I'm not doing that this year. I put down the full app right out of the gate, and I am not gonna aerate my yard, at least mechanical aerate. And I think you all know where I'm going with that. So there you go. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it wasn't confusing or anything like that. If you have questions, drop those in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Keep on keeping on, my lawn care brothers and sisters from other misters, and I will catch you next time.